Okay. Shit. I was in the middle of my armor quest. It's okay. Okay. Okay, I think everything's handled. Dumb me, I was like, I want to invite people over. And then and then it was like questionable whether people were gonna come over at all. And then I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and stream. And then start stream, and then people are like, yeah! And I'm like, like I just, my brain just went, whoa, two different things at the same time. I can't handle. Almost forgot to do any of my, like, stream setup stuff. I mean, I'm glad people come, but it's more just the whole, like, my brain goes, oh shit, I didn't expect this to actually happen. And then my ADHD goes into full overdrive. Do we just finish this up real quick? No, I need to get these. We need to get these braids going. That's what we need. I also need. I have tombstones for gear. I was doing a little bit of stuff earlier today. In between cleaning. Good luck. Have fun in your raids onward to Savage. Yes. Savage eventually. Where am I? And thank you. Again, I will hit you guys up. I'm gonna unlock the 6.2 raids now. I'll probably only be streaming for like a couple hours though, so we'll see if we can get through them all. I need legs. Almost done with this tier, looking forward to a break. Are you on Savages? Or are you on Extreme? I think is the next one, right? Sorry, it's been a while since I've like gone through Final Fantasy raids. It's been like, what, 2 years or something since? I'm bad. I have bad memory. I don't know if it's... I need to exchange any of this stuff. Almost 3/4 done now. Savage, then Ultimate. Okay. Ultimate. Again, fucking I don't remember. I'm so... and pass on that for now. Also understandable. Trials are the EX you're thinking of. I just don't remember the words, honestly. It's just like I have bad memory. So I'm like, I forget what they're called. So far. Yeah. It's close. My mind will just jumble them always. What is this? God, nope. Oh yeah, this is all 580. Yeah, I don't even need any of this shit. Okay, so I just gotta like dump this. These are unsellable, I assume. Yeah. So yeah, we just gotta dump these. We don't need these. I think I have better than 580 for everything now. No worries, it's just all in the balance of the game you like. Well, I honestly, like, in this game, I don't always do end content stuff. Like, I don't always do the rating and stuff, just because, I mean, there's so much shit to do in this game. And I always keep feeling like I want to get, like, more of this stuff completed. Like, I want to level everything up. Like, that's always my, like, oh, that's part of my OCD, I think, is that it's always, like, nagging at me just a little bit. where I go, oh, but could be leveling. No, that's not what I want. Going. Where am I? Who am I? People take it at their own pace. I just like to push things a bit. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing that I like a lot in this game is that, like, I feel like there's no real, like, urge, especially since, like, we're only on 6.2 right now. We're gonna have 6.3 and 6.4. So I always feel like I don't even feel the need to really, like, go ham with all this stuff right away. Personally. And I like to do a lot of shit in this game. Like, this game has so much shit. Like, for a while, I was just trying to get all the triple triad cards. Like, there's, like, weird things like that sometimes I'll just be like, ugh. Like, I think it started because I was sick, and I was like, I want to play something, but I just have no, like, energy to play anything. So I was just going and running around and trying to collect all the triple triad cards. And it's not like raid gear carries over from tier to tier. Yeah. Well, and you can get a lot just by, like I'll just do, like, the daily stuff to get tomestones sometimes. Oh, I was like that at the end of Shadowbringer, so I went onto a triple triad bender. Yeah. It's like sometimes you just get in those moods, especially with this game where there's so much shit, and you're just like, oh, you know, I never really have done a lot of this. Let me go do a lot of this. Like, I've still never done the chocobo racing or breeding. And I know one day I'll get to that. Alexial, I made a breakthrough after uncountable days and nights. I finally hearkened to the crystal's whisperers and said, and I must say, Professor Claudine, where are your manners? While I understand all too well your enthusiasm, I must remind you that even the most academically inclined prefer composed recounting of events. Ah, yes, of course. My apologies, Alexial. Being consumed by my research so far, I'm afraid I have quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. For sure. And what? I made a fortune at making side bets with people at slices right in the gold saucer. I mean, I've done, like, some of the gold saucer stuff. I just wasn't that into, like, the chocobo racing. I don't know. I just haven't gotten into it. It's just one of those things. I'm sure I will at some point. Just like with housing stuff. I haven't really gotten into housing stuff. I have a room at my, like, free companies thing. I just haven't gotten into, like, decorating and getting furniture and all that stuff. There's just too many things to do in this game. And I play a lot of games. And I probably play way less of this game than most other people who play. Like, I'm sure you play way more of this game than I do. Like, I go through spurts where I play a lot, but yes, of course, my apologies, Lexiel. Being consumed by my research for so long, I'm afraid I've quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. I already read the line, didn't I? Oops. Oh, I own the FC house and personal. I just told someone to decorate it for me. In that case, perhaps we should start from the beginning with a crystal set adrift upon the ethereal tides, containing the memories of a party yet unknown. They cried out for deliverance from pandemonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beast and powerful mage. Fortunately, your martial prowess and combined magical talents of your companions, Themis and Erycthonios, I forget how I was saying it yesterday, was sufficient to restore order to the circles of Asphodelos, but the greater threat remains. In the depths of pandemonium, a presence yet stirs, its intentions and identity shrouded in mystery. That is the issue at hand, is it not? Oh shit, I should probably order more booze. Since you returned to us, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detected an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memories stored within. Analysis of this pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically the yearning to be made whole. And indeed, and I don't know why that just made me laugh. And indeed, ambient readings have revealed a faint but identical signature. This can only mean that another crystal exists in our time. To a degree, I've been playing a lot of various things lately, like Wolfenstein, League of Legends, Code Vein, etc., etc. I mostly just log in for raids and FC events as needed. Yeah, I totally understand that, because like sometimes I go through sports where I'll play like a shit ton. Like right now, I'd say I just want to play Final Fantasy 14 all the time spurt. But then I'll like get more into other games and play a lot less and shit like that. And depending on how life is going, I just don't always have a whole lot of time. Especially like I'm trying to pick up on working on a side project a little bit more now, where just take all my like for fun video gaming hours and just like try and dump half of that into actually being like productive work. So my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith. By tracing the matching etheric signature to its source, I believe it will be a simple matter to find our crystal's twin. Yep, in 14 isn't going anywhere. Exactly. Like, I think, was it Stormblood? I think it was Stormblood. I didn't even play, like, I bought Stormblood right away, and I think I didn't even, like, play all of it until a while later. Like, until, like, the second patch afterwards had come out or something like that. I remember I was, like, busy with stuff. I don't know, stuff was weird. I know for sure that's when I was still commuting, so I just didn't have very much time always to play things, and I think there was just something else that I was playing. I can't remember what now, but sometimes that shit just happens, where you're just like, well, I'll get to it. Yeah, I'm a baby, and 14 didn't start till 5.1. Yeah, we're in 6. Okay, so that was like last expansion. Yeah, see, I started playing when Heaven's Word came out. So a while ago. So I've been very on and off depending. Professor, will this expedition be carried out only by us, or will... Oh, this is also my second character. I should probably say that. I've been through MSQ twice, so that's why I don't seem like I'm that far for having played since then. Or will Alexial grace us with her protection? I'm afraid she has more pressing matters to attend to, my dear Rusinod, namely to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandemonium, where this all began. From all that we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the Crystal Tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can travel in predetermined intervals. It would be prudent to check in on occasion in case there are any unanticipated changes. As for you, my loyal assistants, I would ask you to remain here and continue cataloging the ancient creations. You can't mean, do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Why, yes, that would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? In fact, I have already commissioned a ship and pilot for that very purpose. I trust you take good care of the laboratory in my absence. 3 times total, I think, at the moment. I think you know what I mean. Where you go like, oh, I probably should have spent that time doing a second character or a third character. Like, just doing more of the same character. Because, like, even in the beginning when I first started playing, I had made like a bunch of different characters to try out like different classes and stuff. I didn't realize that the job system, like you could have any job when I first started. Also though, there was a little bit different restrictions when I first started on how that system worked, and things were a little weird. But I also wanted to see like the different starting zones and all that stuff, so I didn't get very far with any of the other, like I picked one like starting zone that I ended up liking based on that, and didn't go very far with the other characters. But I apologize for that somewhat abrupt departure. When progress is in sight, Professor Claudine tends to become blind to all else. Indeed, and he has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare a thought for those around him. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard. Much as it spoke only to you last time, none but the professor has been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only... yearning? That word makes me laugh every time. Which has served only to convince him that he can solve this puzzle on his own. Surely after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for this crystal seemed to be a simple enough matter. Let him have his adventure, and upon his return, I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Alexial, it may be best to return to Pandemonium, as Professor Claudine suggested. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandemonium requires you pass through Elpis, correct? There is something I would have you investigate in my stead. While those creatures confined within Pandemonium are considered to be failures, I doubt that's their whole story. Barring exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being consigned to their shackles, and if we know anything about the Ancients, it's that they would have kept thorough records of the results. Ah, brilliant. Delving into the records may shed light on creatures Alexial has yet to encounter. If your theory proves correct, that is. While there are no guarantees, it certainly beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly with only her strength to carry the day. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can. Hey! Okay. Oh, did I didn't even equip my new pants. Gosh. I am struggling today. That covers up my cooter. Actually, that looks fine. I like that. That's fine. I'd rather have my cooter covered anyways. Just general practice in my life, I try and cover my cooter. I hope that's a Twitch accepted word. They're gonna ban me for saying cooter too much. Hello! You seek records of Pandemonium's creations? Master Themis has just finished perusing the very same. I should not be surprised that we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I've saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. Good, I hate bookwork. Ah, so you know each other. I was dreading having to once again scour the archives, but perhaps instead I'll rest for a spell. If there's nothing else, I shall take my leave. Yeah, shoo, peasant. As should we, for I have done the warding sigil blocking the entrance to Abyssos. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting your return. Fortunately, while Pandemonium's protective wards continue to be assailed by our unknown foe, there have been no fluctuations so great as to make me doubt Erichthonios's capacity to keep watch over Asphodelos while I'm away. He works diligently to master interment, that he might deliver the creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it best to give him time to hone his craft. And since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you to accompany me while I attend to another matter. More idle suspicions that I would like to chase down. Rest assured, it shall not take long. I simply have a few questions to ask an acquaintance of mine. Come, he has agreed to meet us near the Neos to Pandemonium. Oh my god, you want me to fly all the way over there? Jesus. There we go. Alright. where are you? There you are. What up, buddy? As I have pondered our expeditions into Pandemonium, I could not help but be mystified by how strongly the warders we encountered felt for La Habrea, whether it be for good or for ill. Hesperos and Erichthonios were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the later looks to his father with bald hatred. Oh, I hate that bald hatred. Like my hatred, Harry. I would not expect a familiar such as you to understand this, but such extreme emotions toward a single individual are quite rare indeed. Naturally, I feel gratitude toward my mother and father, yet we are all equals in a larger picture of the star. This view is not unique to myself. It is more or less accepted as the way of things. By contrast, the researchers of Pandemonium seem to view La Habrea with a feeling approaching obsession. Whether driven by love or hate, they all have been drawn to him. There were many other aspects of the facility's particulars I found troubling besides. I decided the best course of action would be to go straight to the source and pose my questions to a member of the Wards of La Habrea. My apologies to have kept you waiting, Master Thumnus. I understand you are conducting an investigation of Pandemonium and wish to know of its origins. Indeed, in particular, I wish to know exactly why Pandemonium was built directly under Elpis. The facility is overseen by the Wards of La Habrea after all. Why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? At first, I thought it to be simply a matter of convenience. Those creations which were deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis could easily ushered into their new homes. Imagine my surprise when a trip to the archives revealed that many other creations were sent from organizations beyond Elpis, including from the Wards of La Habrea themselves. Given this, albeit limited information, I cannot but feel that Academia Anider would have been a more fitting locale. What does Elpis have that cannot be found there? These are fitting questions, and ones we have asked ourselves many times in recent years. Alas, the nature of Pandemonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When first it was built, circumstances weren't as they are now. As you surmise, the majority of creations kept within Pandemonium were sent from Elpis. Yet, as the years passed, interests changed. Failures in creations deemed too flawed to even submit to Elpis paradoxically, drew the attention of Pandemonium's researchers. I feel like this is a conversation you guys could have with each other and not include me. That is quite the change, and in fact, it almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Who is it that decides which creations will be the subject of research? Master La Habrea, such authority is reserved for the chief keyword, and he has taken it upon himself to step into that role. Sorry, I don't know why I'm burpy. I'm just drinking coffee. So if Pandemonium's resources were being misused, it would be under La Habrea's authority, correct? I know not what you're suggesting, but the keywords also hold some sway within the facility. Not even Master La Habrea would be free from their scrutiny. They are duty-bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible. Although, I admit, as of late, their communication has been somewhat sporadic, but recently received a report from one of the keywords stating that all is well within Pandemonium's halls. Really? And you are certain that a keyword sent it? Yes, of course. Our communications suffered a temporary obstruction, but I can assure you that the words did their due diligence in confirming the identity of the sender. Thank you. This information will be helpful in my investigation. That will be all for my prying. Oh, sorry, this makes my throat dry. Then I shall take my leave while you are yet permitted to conduct your investigation freely, I must remind you that the warder's work is delicate. It would be remiss to disturb them for longer than is necessary. All is well, a blatant lie, and to that we can both attest. One of the remaining keywords is most certainly in league with the party behind this. Let us hurry. I know not why our adversary sent that report, but 'tis plain that we must return to Pandemonium with haste. I cannot guess as to why this false report has arisen now, but it certainly bodes ill, as does the knowledge that our mysterious mastermind has at least one more keyword to puppet. Regardless, they have tipped their hand and would be remiss to leave Recthinios at the mercy of their machinations. Let us hope no harm has befallen him. Let's hurry up. I want to get in queue. That was just me. No, that was me snapping. See, snap, snap, snap. Honey, it's me snapping. Honey, Cammy, Cammy. See? See? It's my fingies. Honey, calm down. Calm down. I will never snap again, I promise. Just freaked my dog out, apparently. Not quite. Hey, honey, calm down. Cammy. Honey, come here. I've traced these sigils countless times, yet still I lack the strength to maintain the spell. And now time works against me. I can no longer be victim to my own ineptitude. What? Who goes there? Oh, hi, eyeball. Heh. There is something to be admired in such single-minded effort, even if your methods leave much to be desired. You allowed this familiar to catch you unawares. Have you set your sights so high as to forget what you walk upon the earth? Is this earth? I feel like this isn't earth. I know this creature, a familiar of the Phoenix, but that monster is locked away. That is it. In spite of the trouble I went to in freeing it, I don't know why that fucked me up. Okay. That is it. That it is. In spite of the trouble I went to in freeing it, I might add. Begrudge me for addressing you in this ill-fitting form if you must, but with control of Asphodelos is wrested from my grasp, 'tis simply the best I can offer you. Hide if you will, but mark my words, I will find you and make you pay for the chaos you've sown. Now, there is no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the course. The wisdom of Alexialrae, your father. And how would you know what wisdom he speaks? I have heard those words many times. The scolding of a tutor whose students struggled to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with disgust. No. I've not told that to anyone, not even keyword Hesperos. That can only mean one thing. That still you insist on mocking me. Stop this farce, Alexialrae. At last, you move to keep up. Pity that you remain behind, nevertheless. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? As ever you are, always you fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act, and though fate deign to offer an escape, you remain here. You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both. But you need not despair. Dull though you may be, you are yet indispensable to Pandemonium's great experiment. Ugh, this is the affection I remember. Tell me, did I ever once measure up to your expectations? Really, that's what you want to know right now, is just if you were a good son? Come on. Ask important questions. Let's get to this experiment, huh? You shall take pride in that and rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. What? What wish? Come, and all shall be revealed. All this rage, this hatred, is but a consequence of ignorance. Our desires align more than you know. What are you? What am I? Uninvited guests join our reunion. It seems fortunate no longer favors you. Do you think I have any interest in listening to your prattle? Let alone bowing to your will, I am no longer a child, and my faith lies with those who have earned it. I got a big old bow. So these are the heroes who brought Hesperos low, even as power divine flowed through his veins. 'Tis plain there are worthier subjects to contend with. He couldn't stand up to my boob window. Tis the key to victory. Boob windows. For anyone who's played Lost Ark, I think that is definitely true of that game. Thank you. If you had shown up even a moment later, I shudder to think what would have become of me. There's something I must tell you. I know who's behind this. There is but one person who can hold thrall over familiar creature and keyword alike. Lahabrea. Hurry up, let's go. I gotta go throw some Clorox in the toilet too. Because people are coming over, and that's usually when I throw the cleaning stuff in. And so there can be but one conclusion. Lahabrea was the driving force behind this chaos from the start. There's logic to that. There are few with the wherewithal to even consider experimentation on such a scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods from man and beast, with the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with the convocation and the words, his relatively minor role as chief keyword comes under little scrutiny, even as it provides him with the authority to wield dangerous magics. It may serve as a veil and mantle both. Still, I find the notion hard to accept. The misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by Lahabrea, I know. You have met him, yes? Do you think he is capable of this? Yeah. I mean, he wasn't exactly a nice guy. I'm gonna keep it tight-lipped, though. It's still too early to say for certain, because I feel like we saw future him, and like in this time period, there's a lot of people who are very different than they are in the future. It is truly a puzzle with many missing pieces. Still, I see you do not deny outright the possibility that Lahabrea is a man with few scruples. That alone should be enough, but let me assure you, Lahabrea holds nothing so dear as his own ambition. While he may not be one to let emotions stand in the way of his mission, I cannot believe that there are no depths to which he would not stoop. Although we met but briefly, the impression he left on me stands in stark contrast to your evaluation. Though his methods are ever unorthodox, they seem guided by a firm understanding of what is just. Oh, he didn't like that. Erycthenos disliked that. There is one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandemonium and pull back the curtain on this mystery ourselves. A wise course. I would not deny the truth if I saw it with my own eyes, even if it was discomforting to behold. Then we must move forward with no excess of caution. Lahabrea, or whomever is behind this, has likely spread their tentacles into every corner of Pandemonium. Ooh, tentacles. We can safely assume the other keywords won't greet us with open arms. Agreed. Let's make our way through Abyssos, one careful step at a time. I shall stay by Erycthenos' side in case our enemies think to target him again. Could I trouble you to take the vanguard? Of course. I will fight whatever you want me to fight. Just point me at it. Thank you. As a precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. Too many S's for me. This will ensure that even should we become separated, my phantom warriors will still come to your aid. If it does come to battle, the keyword's magics will put us at a disadvantage once again. Luckily, we have you to even the scales somewhat. I trust you shall be liberal with your weight. Liberal with my weight? What does that mean? You calling me fat? You calling me fat? I don't understand how you speak, dude. Using your smart words all the time. Asking me to be liberal with my weight. Okay, if this pops like immediately. Okay, I will be right back while we wait in this queue. Not even gonna go to the other screen. This will just take a second. Okay. Look at that. Didn't even miss queue. Took like 1 minute and 30 seconds. Just gotta get the bleach in the toilet so it can get all nice and clean. Oh, I should probably light some. There we are. Look at that. Okay. Ooh, more cages. Okay, let's go. Gotta take my sweater down a bit. Otherwise I'll get sweaty. These make me sweaty sometimes. Ooh. It's so green. We all green here. Proto Carbuncle. What up? You're much scarier than most carbuncles I've ever seen. Okay, I get it. And then you summon friends. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. I don't have any food up. Let's use something. There we go. Okay. Just gonna stick on everyone else's ass as much as I can. Okay. Do we go through? No, we stay over here. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Cool. Yeah. Magics? Okay. Look at us, we're doing pretty okay. I mean, if there's anything I can do well, it's follow. Okay, maybe not always so well, but I definitely fuck it up sometimes. But I try. I can try. We can do it. Hey-ya! Okay, we're still just sitting here? Yeah. Just gonna stay right here. He's hopping around. Should we move? Whoa. I got stunned. Oh, we're all stunned. Okay. Are we gonna have to mash? Is it mashy time? Mash, mash? Mash, smash, mash, mash. Oh. Trying to break out of the cage, I see. I feel like we're in a WWE match right now. Okay. Where is everyone? Okay. Are we okay over here? Yes. No. No, we are not. Okay, I mean, we can still move afterwards, so it's seems pretty fine. Okay, we're like halfway through this guy. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Are we all running over here? Oh, those guys are growing. Okay, green grows. Green grows. Got it, got it. Oh, what does this mean? Okay. We're just gonna run. We're gonna run. We're gonna follow. Follow. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at us. Look at us. Fucking staying alive. Staying alive. Ah, 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 ah. Are we safe? Are we safe? We're not safe. Following everyone. Following group. Okay. Now we move. Okay. Is that right? Do we have to keep moving? Nope. Okay. Woo. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, we're good. We're good. I thought I was a little late on running there, but we still had plenty of time. Plenty of time. Okay, half and half time. Half C boys. Over on this side? Right? Now we're gonna move over. Stay back. I feel like I'm getting it. I feel like I'm getting it. Someone gonna LB? Yeah, we have melee. Okay, let's get out of here. Move over here. I'm just gonna move all the way into the corner. Nice, nice, nice. Look at us. P5N, always a joy. Devour. Well, not everyone stayed alive. I stayed alive. We're just gonna skip this so we can. I'm just gonna pass on all this. I don't know if I need it or not, but well, I guess the ring I might. Rings, you always need rings, right? I got it. Nice. Bye bye. I got player accommodations. Yay! I'm impressed with myself. I think that's other than the very first one, because I think I died on. Oh, is that the P shit that everyone always says? Like P, I'm doing my P1 through 4s and stuff. That's how they determine these. That makes sense now. I saw people post stuff, videos with that, and just had no idea. That's funny. So this is where research is conducted on creations imbued with poisons and venoms. Erechthonius and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. But yeah, I think that's the first one I haven't died in like 3. So, yeah. Fortunately for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. I'm having trouble talking. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long. But I believe we can forgo introductions, unless I have misread you. I mean, I didn't know you looked this old, but it's fine. So accessories are 1 per. Hands, boots, and helm is 2 per, and pants and chest are 4. Weapon is 7 blades, which you can only get 1 per week. Yeah. I knew the weapon one already. Which is mostly what I need. I think all my gear, though, is better already? I don't know. I haven't checked. I might need it. Who knows? La Habrea. I have a lot of already the, like, 600 and something. I don't know what the normal level of this gives you. 610 gear from normals, this raid tier. So on par with crafted. Oh, it's probably a little bit better than my gear, so I should probably take the stuff from these ones. I thought it was maybe the same as the Tombstone gear, but I think Tombstone gear is 600. Because most of those I already had the, like, 600 version of. It's all fine. Whatever. Passively perceptive. Yes, I am La Habrea of the Convocation of 14. If you truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. Oh, what is this? Period. He gave me a period. Ah, the cramps. Now, this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to aether, but you remain unaffected. Such thin aether and in an unfamiliar composition besides. It is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will be get the same results. I would advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Erechthonios' wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet Athena. Mother, you would dare hide behind her name? Listen well, Erechthonios. We are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? New Savage is 630. New Tombstone gear is also 620. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so, I mean, figure I'll just wait until we get to the Savage level of stuff. You know? It's all good. It's all good. I took the one ring, so, like, you know, I'll get that, and that'll help me out a little bit. And then, once I do the Savages, then I'll start, like, actually trying for gear. Because I have some of the, like, new Tombstone, or the higher Tombstone. I don't know what the Tombstone names are. They always change the names, and I always forget. Again, I'm really bad at the names of things. There is a question I must needs ask first. If you're truly La Habrea, why speak such blatant lies? Bitter in defeat, are we? Casualty now is the highest. Yeah, okay, so the casualty tombstones, I have gotten, like, 2 main pieces, and then and then some of the accessory stuff. Like, I have the ring and I think, like, necklace or something. And I have like 700 right now of the casualty. So I'm close to getting another piece with that stuff. Cause I do that like occasionally. The, good, you were on your way. Yeah, I do the like main scenario, random like duty finder stuff. I do the main scenario and the trial, every day. Because those are pretty quick, and the main scenario one gives you so much, and it's so much faster than it used to be. So it's like, you get like 100 of the not casualty, and then like 50 of the casualty or something like that. They give you so many tombstones from it, and it's like pretty quick. So I've been doing that daily, so I just get shitloads of tombstones anyways. Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. 90 from expert as well, so that helps. Oh, I guess I haven't been doing the expert, if I'm honest. I haven't at all. A simple request. Heisenberg. I was gonna make a bad joke. I was gonna say Jada. Themis, was it a trifle soon forgotten as you are? Hey, Brett, how's it going? I have my answer. The La Habrea that I knew took pride in the convocation and would never suffer its I don't know what he said there. Degeneration? I didn't read the word. I just read D-E and I was like, degeneration. But I don't think that's what that said. Had to make the Breaking Bad joke. I appreciate it. You sully his station with this farce. Oh, I'll show you some farces. Themis, what are you saying? La Habrea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real La Habrea would never call me by the name Themis. He always called me his bitch. What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? Imposter, you have no right to claim that form, that mask. Elidibus, my homie! Ew. Sorry, that's a really ugly face he's making. He has the I just farted face on. Some people just never want to stay dead. Well, technically, this is pre-death. 'Twas a mask that sickened me to wear. Dead eyes, yeah. Look at him, he's like, I think it's because his nose is also turned up. The mask of La Brea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Not for long. Yes, but this is pre-death. Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right. Any worth you may have hinges on that which you so despise. Wow, you guys all just talk like this, don't you? So tiresome. Such trite provocations. I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Erechthonios, listen well. I am Hephaestos. Hephaestos. I am Herpes. And it is I whom you shall call father. Well, you do look more like him, to be fair. That you guys look a lot alike. What in the name of creation? We would do well not to stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is order. Elidibus, let us return to safety so you may provide it. Oh, that sounds more like the La Brea I know. I know you guys weren't here when I went through, I mean, I don't even think I did it on stream, when I went through the, like, story. I love Elidibus. Elidibus is my favorite. Of all these, like, people. He was funny. I loved him. Quehabrea. Before we depart, however, I must offer you an apology. As La Brea said, I am Elidibus, one of the convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. Whatever your name is, you're still Themis to me. Actually, I like you better as Elidibus. But, like, the later Elidibus, the one who's, like, really funny. No, really, I had no idea. I'm so shocked. Such words are comforting, truly. I shall offer an explanation in time, but first, let me assure you my choices were not born from animosity. I mean, honestly, too, this is, like... This is boring Elidibus. I like crazy Elidibus that's, like... A little, well, completely unhinged, but, like, a little almost completely on the other side of just gone completely mad. He, like, rides that Joker line yeah, really well. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as La Brea suggested and return to the gates. We can speak there. Really, I just wanted him dead? I loved him. I thought he was a great villain. He was, like, entertaining. I also should say I loved him as a villain. I thought he was a really good villain. I loved having him around. So many of the villains in this game, though, are just, like, get that super, like, anime, serious, like, I want to end the world because I want to end the world. I liked Elidibus because he was a little more, like, of a character. Like, had different intentions and thoughts and beliefs and... I mean, to be fair, I think Emmett did it better. Well, Emmett was really good. Elidibus was like... I mean, Emmett was actually just a good character. Elidibus was a fun villain. Like, I like the insane like off your rocker shit. Emmett Selch was just a good character. Emmett Selch was also maybe not a bad guy. As you are aware of by now, I am known as Elidibus. After my dear friend Azim and I detected irregularities in Pandemonium, we decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I am sure Lahabrea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azem nor I had ever met you in the flesh, you came with her highest recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. I mean, bad guy sometimes comes down to not aligning goals. I know nothing of the backstory, but I'm along for the ride. I mean, it's all good. Again, I feel like Elidibus was more of the, like, Joker insane, where it's, like, it does hinge on that can be annoying at times. So I totally understand, like, not liking it. It's a very hard line to balance, I think. I thought Emmett Selch was just a good character, and I enjoyed having him around all the time. Elidibus was just a fun villain, because I was just like, yeah, he's fucking crazy. Oh! And especially, like, I don't know, you get, like, the Xenos, which is was so serious for so long. I felt like Xenos was just such a serious character. That I just wanted the more off-the-wall shit going on, you know? I liked also the, like, juxtaposition of those two characters a lot. Anywho. That somewhere in the world, a guiding star so similar to herself was out there, amused Azim to no end. There was not a shade of doubt in her heart that you'd be a formidable ally. Furthermore, I've heard stories that Mistress Vinat, who held the position of Azim previously, journeying with a familiar much like yourself, that made the decision to trust you all the easier. She, too, now dons the white robes of an advisor. She placed her absolute faith in you. I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware though I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. Well, I mean, if someone's gonna expose me, it's gonna be myself. I merely wanted to meet you, to travel by your side for a while. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me to believe you would never lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. Come on. I think we have a ton of direct hit ones. Let's go with this one. But the Emmett, Hithold, I don't remember Hitholdius. Xenos is alright, respect him for one thing. Man was the first villain who actually managed to stop us at all. Yeah, I will say that. Although, again, like, Xenos, he got so boring after a while. He was just like such a straight, serious villain. Ugh, it just made me go, ugh. A lot of times when we would like come back to him, or he would pop up. I think that was maybe it. Maybe that's why I kept feeling like, because he would just keep popping back up, and I was like, oh my god. Now, actually, when he pops up, I'm like, oh hey buddy, what up? But I mean, you know, I think the end where you guys like somehow end up kind of being friends and fighting together, but not really friends. Like, you guys are like rivals, kind of in the way that in Pokemon you have a rival where it's like, oh yeah, we fight, but we're best friends. And it's like, that's not how it's been this whole time, but okay, I'm down for it. Final Fantasy XIV, where you just kind of start going along with shit. I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke Lahabrea, and truth be told, I had hoped we would never forget again, or never would again. But I see now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what is that thing that called himself Lahabrea, and why is he the spitting image of your younger self? I find it hard to believe you've only just now found out such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandemonium. Did you think matters would simply sort themselves out? I suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandemonium, including the fact that Azim and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation. For a time, that was... Imagine my surprise when instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the keywords stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephiztides' deception was almost childish in simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning? I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another to masquerade as one of the convocation. Not without good reason, at least. As you well know, the name La Habrea is but a marker of my station. 'Tis not the name I was born with. Hephiztides has claimed that for... I'm just going to keep adding syllables every time I say it. I cannot fault him for it, as he is my other half in a manner of speaking. He knows all that I know, my equal in every way, yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire, all the emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? He is the product of experimentation gone awry. A reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, was he right to do so? His words were but the ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. I can't say that word. Irreparably. And now that he has awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster into our star. Oh no. As chief ward, that'll never happen. As chief ward of Pandemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. We knew that was going to happen. What, you would leave the other warders to their doom? 'Tis choice befitting La Habrea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Yet, as you can see by Erechthonios' response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. Azim and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. 'Twas the only way I could truly determine the best solution. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No. You spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we have endured. The foes that Alexial has stood against. Alexial, is it? As a being of such aether as I have ever seen, what are you? She is the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to her stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creatures and returned them to their cells. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion, Alexial. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our vision unclouded by attachment. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Burps. Too soon to give up on saving the others. La Habrea can't be trusted. I mean, we do know that. But I think this La Habrea is fine for right now. Again, I feel like all of the Asians, the first time we met them, when they're all like post their star exploding, are all very different people. You have to take into account a lot of years and a lot of like revenge tactics going on. What was that you said about being an emissary? It's too soon to give up on saving the others. Yeah. I want to kill more monsters. Agreed. We still know next to nothing about Hephiztides, and I highly doubt La Habrea has been forthcoming with the truth. But we've managed to regain control of Asphodelos. He must be made to see that there's merit in continuing on this path. I have it. Speak in your official capacity as Elidibus the emissary. Judge which approach is more sound, and even La Habrea would be compelled to listen. Huh? Who, me? Elidibus? Yeah, this tier is Abyssos. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinion as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all this time. Seen what we've seen, based on that alone, I trust that you'll find the best way forward. Very well, then, in my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there is merits both in destroying Pandemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers, and neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, interring any mythic creations we encounter along the way. You have yet to witness Alexial's might and Erycthenios' resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand, and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandemonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. Yeah. Yes, what else was the last here? Yeah. Yeah, I got it. That's the different levels of Pandemonium. We're going deeper. You are bolder than I remember. And you're even more tedious than I remember. Alexial, come find me when you're finished. Okay. And we beat up Eric. Eric? Oh, Erycthonios? Erycthonios? Oh, I guess Eric, yeah. You could just call him Eric, huh? Is understandably frustrated, but if we are to conquer Abyssos, we must go forth with clear heads. Pray lend an ear to his troubles, that their weight might be lightened. Yep, or the other is too long to type out. I just didn't realize, like, for whatever reason, I did not realize that that just literally is the first... My brain's slow. I am not that smart. It just took me a minute to connect the dots. That's all. I totally understand. It is absolutely the correct nickname for him. You do have my gratitude. Ill fit as I am to show it at the moment, without your words to sway him, La Habrea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. You still really don't like him, though. When at first we realized the creations had slipped their bonds, the other keywords did all in their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, they remained to aid their allies. I'm certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world, and they don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. Duty. And besides, Hepatitis has secrets yet untold. Secrets that would be buried if Pandemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words, the truth of my mother. Really, the duty joke? And that wasn't even a joke. That was just me laughing at duty. While La Habrea was quick to dismiss, like, I didn't even try and make a joke of it. I was just laughing. There are some words that get me sometimes. Duty is definitely one of those where sometimes I say it and then I just go like, oh, ha 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 ha. It just makes me laugh. While La Habrea is quick to dismiss his claims, I fail to see what Hepatitis would gain by fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. Even if it was not La Habrea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know, at last, what befell her. What do you think, Alexial? Does La Habrea, you know, have any regard for the lives of others? Or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? Again, the La Habrea I know and this one are not the same people. You gotta, like, have your entire world destroyed, and it changes you a lot. He always was a man who worked from the shadows. He once used my ally as a vessel for his own twisted ends. I know, my poor Theocreed. I have no idea what he might be like in this age. That's the truth. This age? Just how long has it been since you last met? Regardless, I'd like to try and view him as he is now. Another opinion would be much appreciated. Yeah, I just don't have an opinion of him now. But it's plain there was much to consider. Thank you, Alexial. It is easy for me to get carried away by emotion where he's concerned. Also, your species seems to be, like, very emotional, change quickly type of people, and I just, you know, y'all aren't like humans I know. He's a homicidal maniac. Well, yeah, the one that we know is a homicidal... Again, this era, everyone is very different. I have no idea what he's like in this era. Again, imagine your entire world exploded. Everyone you know died. You technically died. Emmett is ever Emmett. They all act very different, though, in this timeline than they do when we meet them later, when they're all bad people. We should focus on the task at hand, proving to La Habrea that we are capable of saving Pandemonium and its keepers. The most convincing way to do that would be to regain control of Abyssos. Although I'm loath to admit it, he would know more about those depths than any of us, and seeing as how we require every advantage we can afford. Alexial, would you speak to him for us? He seems to have a special interest in your capabilities and may deign to help at your suggestion, if only to see what you can do. I don't know, Emmett is just as much a grumpy old man, get off my lawn, as he ever was later on. Oh no! Later on he is not grumpy old man, get off my lawn. Later on he is, like, flamboyant and, like, sarcastic and just very, I don't know. I feel like he was a very different person. Much more, like, carefree, as far as personality goes. I think the one from this time era was very, like, tight-lipped and reserved. Emmett, sarcastic. I'm not saying they're complete. I just think that they change a lot, and their emotionality changes a lot, because in this time era, they all seem to be very, like, logically driven. But then when they are all the fucking Asians, they're all, like, so overly emotional constantly. Even with each other, they're overly emotional. Erechthonios appears to have a deep trust in you, and Elidibus tells me you share some relation to Azim. Your unusual aether does not mark you as familiar. It is unlike anything I have ever seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. To think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand, Azim never ceases to surprise me. The previous Azim was much the same. In taking the entirety of the star into consideration, she came to hold dear emotions and people that a more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. See? This is what he's talking about. They're all logical, and then at some point they all have a turning point where they all become emotional instead. Just as you and Elidibus have conducted yourselves in this manner, the true danger of Azim's nature is its tendency to infect all those she comes into contact with. Emmett Selch said much the same. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. And yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however. Only your deeds can speak for you now. Azim is the COVID. Yeah, she's the one who infects them all with being highly She gives them all their period. She gives them all PMS. That's why they all go fucking bonkers. As a woman, I understand. Just saying, sometimes you get emotional, you make rash decisions, you blow up your star. It happens. You wish to know more of Abyssos, I take it. Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie within. The chief keyword's reach is far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they've been transferred into the deeper circles. Final Fantasy XIV, that time of the month, the next expansion. Yet Hepatides would never allow you to safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. I speak of hegemony? Hegemony. Keyword of Abyssos. Although her presence is stained with the mark of corruption, it is unmistakable. I will take that one off. I cannot relate. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with the highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there is something else at work. She got PMS. Estrogen! It's estrogen at work! If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she already has been twisted into a a vampire. Doubtless against her will. Alexial, Themis. We must rescue her from that cruel fate. How come, too, all of the words in this, the names and the words and stuff, all keep starting with H's, so I keep, Anyways. If we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find a means to undo the damage. Hey! Your allies make you bold, Erycthonios. I very much look forward to seeing how far they go. You can go. I didn't read the rest of that sentence before I clicked. Sixth circle. Now accessible. Okay. And now we queue, and then I'm gonna go and finish up the toilet. Just gotta go flush it up. Perfect! Perfect timing! Hi, little girl. Don't worry. Friends are gonna come over to see you. You love friends. I'm sorry, honey, I can't pick you up. I gotta do this raid. And I gotta make sure I don't die too much. Huh? Get down, honey. You're a good girl. Oh boy. Ooh. Finish off the toilet. Sorry, no, I put Clorox in it, and so after 15 minutes, you're supposed to flush. This song slaps. This song is awesome. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Okay. No, I got hit. Oh, fuck. People didn't move over until the last second. I hate when people do that. Because then I was like far behind them. Okay. We just gotta learn, what the signs are. Okay, they got some fuzzies on them. Okay. What does this mean? Should I move? Four, three, two, one. Oh, I should have faced the outside. Okay, sorry. Sorry. I spit at them. I feel bad. I didn't quite get what was going on there. We know for next time now though. If we get the Medusas, we've got to Okay. We're doing okay. Still gonna stay stacked. These guys seem to know what they're doing. Oh, we're gonna have a spinny bit. Oops, I let go of my dots. I was so concerned with the spinny bit. Okay, we're gonna get a little farther away. Nice. Look at us. Not spitting on anyone. I'm like so afraid of the big attack. Okay, another one of these. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, what does that mean? Ah, okay. Okay, okay. I like Scream, but is worn a bit thin. Post 6 hours a week hearing it. I don't know what you mean. I think I stay here. Nope, I didn't understand. I didn't understand. I thought I understood how that worked. I don't. The song for this in 7? Oh, sorry, I'm never gonna know the names of any songs. Where's everyone going? Can you guys get into the spot that you want to get into? Nope, we're standing in the wrong spot. God damn it. Fucking people. Ugh. I hate when people wait until the last minute to move and they obviously do know what they're doing. It swaps the tethers. So look not at the one, but in the one that it is tethered to. Yeah, you see, I need to see it more. You could try and explain it, won't work. Because it's more that my brain... Yeah, I need to see it again. If I see it again, I'll understand next time. Again, a lot of these visual cues is more just like... The pattern recognition in my brain sometimes doesn't work. Again, I'm trying not to spoil any mechanics for you. Oh, dude. I totally, like, appreciate the urge to help and stuff like that. It's just, I'm very much visual when it comes to that. And I used to, in fact, before I did any raids, like, now I can probably actually just, like, look at stuff a lot better and understand the visuals. Before I used to do any raids, I would always watch a video first because I'm just, like, for me, I just have to see it. Like, I can't... My brain needs to, like, process it that way. I don't know if that's making any sense, but... Like, it's something that you can explain it to me, and my brain's just gonna be like, oh. I just need to see it a couple times, then I'll get it. Okay, so this one should be safe here, right? Or does it flip it? I think that's the part that I was confused about. Yeah, see. Was that right? Yeah, that one was safe, right? I don't know. It also helps actually to watch this when I'm dead because now I'm seeing like the names of things so I can remember the names. Okay, so like these two will swap and this square over here will be safe and this square will be safe, I believe is how that will work. But do they yes, okay. See, my brain got it, my brain got it. I can pick up fairly quickly. I traumatized my friends by showing them raid guides and they were like, what the hell? I prefer, again, I used to always do it. I'm only not because I'm on stream and I know like, people are frustrating. Okay, now what I don't know. Okay, yes, I was safe there. What? Oh my god, I was in front of that on my screen. You saw that, right? I was 100% in front of that on my screen. I was just about to hit my sprint too. That was bullshit. See, I think the mistake that I made on that one, the last time— oh, shit. They fucking LB'd. I just... yeah, happens, server ticks and snapshots. Yeah. I know it happens, but still. I love when I actually have, like, video proof of it happening because I go, see, I'm not crazy. Sometimes I feel like I'm crazy when it starts happening. Okay, where's the countdowns? Okay. We're safe. We're safe. We're safe. Nice! PS7 broke me a bit too through the way it handles tank busters. Yeah, sure, whatever. We'll need some of this stuff. How about that? Grab one of those. Grab one of those. Pass on some of these. I'm cleaning out my bags right now, and I don't want more shit. I use it for my off classes. I have a feeling I'll just get more, you know? I mean, I feel like I 100%, whatever, I'm just gonna leave it now. I feel like I 100% if I did it again could get like all the mechanics now. But yeah, I used to always like watch the little raid videos that they have online, like the short ones. Because seeing the mechanics is always beforehand is always like easier for me. Plus, I like seeing the name of it. Because a lot of times, too, when people will tell you to look out for a mechanic, they won't tell you the name of, like, if they're verbally just telling you, they won't tell you the name of what the ability is. And I like seeing the name first, especially since, like, stuff like the... It helps you run faster, you know? What I mean? Like, if you know that something's coming, then you can already, like, start running from shit before you even, like, have to see... I don't know. Well, you know, like, exactly when timing-wise it's gonna happen. Which is, I don't know, maybe it's just how my brain works, too, like, a little bit more visual helps me. Hello? My internet's fine. Okay. I'm not dropping frames? Did your servers crash? Did server crash? If server crashed, then I'm just gonna end stream and clean up some of the house. Because I should probably clean. Yeah, I gotcha. I feel like I have to know as much as possible as a tank going in, because if I die, someone else is usually right behind me. Yeah, I mean, as tank, you absolutely have to. Like, when I would heal, especially when I would heal if I was going into... like, I do feel like I can go in as DPS, and I don't feel too bad about, like, dying and stuff like that. But when I was healer, I 100% would never go into... I just got kicked entirely off. Hold up. Did servers just go down? But yeah, when I was healer, I would 100% like watch just at least a tutorial raid video. Because it's like I don't want I don't want to hold up everyone else's experience. Kicked you as well. They're doing a online thing right now, aren't they? I wonder if just a lot of people are logging in because of that, and it's... Oh.